And as soon as we go live, then you guys can share.
Uh-huh.
All right. Setting the meeting up for Facebook Live. And we are live and in living color, I believe. Let's see, let's see. All right, all right, all right. Well, good evening, good evening. So how is everybody doing on this evening? You guys know what time it is. So before we get into dialogue, let's make sure we got all the techie stuff out the way. So can you guys see me? Patricia,
Yes.
see me? Very good.
Yes.
So Miss B, you can go on and share now because from my page, because everybody can see us now. So good evening, good evening, good evening, Facebook. How are you? You know who this is. This is Dr. Carolyn, and we are here tonight with Between Sisters, where we dare to have those kinds of conversations that most people won't have, but we do it. And that's why we always say, let's have that conversation. So we are so super excited on tonight. I'm telling you, I just can't wait, okay, till we get involved and engaged in this conversation, because one of my favorite people is here on tonight. And if you all know anything about this lady, y'all already know how this is going to go down, okay? So she's sharing to her pages, so all of her tribe and all her people, y'all know how this is going to go, all right? So we want you to share with us. You know how it goes. You can comment. We want to see your comment. We want to see your hearts, your comments. If you have questions, okay, we'll try our best to get to any questions. You might have some questions for Ms. B. So if you have questions, put them in the chat, but we certainly want you to engage with us on tonight. So I'm going to start off first by introducing one of my queen hosts. We have two other queen hosts. They're on vacation because they're married ladies. So Patricia and I decided that we was going to do our single thing on tonight, okay, with our guests. So how you doing on tonight? None other than the beautiful queen host. You all know her, Patricia Johnson, aka Coach P. How are you doing on tonight, Queen?
Yes. I am so excited about Miss B being on this platform tonight. I'm telling you, I'm ready for a sister girl powwow conversation. I'm ready for everything that come my way. I've been living this single life long enough. I'm ready to get rolling. I'm hoping the kings are listening because I'm ready to get this conversation going.
I'm trying to listen. Let's put that out there in the atmosphere. Listen, for all you queens that are out there, why don't y'all tag a king tonight, okay?
Tag a king.
It's getting ready to get real raw, okay? Because we're not holding back. Okay, so why don't you just go ahead on and tag a king tonight? I want y'all to send our guests.
Don't be cheap now. Don't send your best now. Be like the king. Bring your best. Don't come giving us no scraps. We want your best uncle, your best cousin, your best next door neighbor, somebody you thought about dating, but they didn't want to date you. Send them all, baby. We let them do the picking. Stop being stingy and hiding. What they say, hide your grandpapa. Don't hide your grandpapa or your grandmama. Bring them all out. We want to see everybody.
Want to see it? How did we're from Brooklyn, and so but I'm in the South, so we learn how to. Patricia, here in the South, they don't say everybody; they say everybody. Everybody.
Everybody. So bring everybody.
Everybody.
Because it's getting ready to get hot up in her.
It's getting ready to get hot up in her. Okay.
Up in her.
You got it now. Listen, everybody. I want to introduce our guest on tonight. She really is a queen sister. She has a bio that long. Okay, but look, I'm gonna introduce her in my own style, and she can tell you all about her. Okay, this is none other than Bianca MzBee Lee. Okay, all right, and look. She is an entrepreneur. She's a mentor. She's a coach. All right. I mean, I have been on her lives when she's talking about business with Ms. B. Y'all not ready. Y'all just not ready. Listen, I have had pen and paper. Listen, I didn't know whether to be scared and just go ahead on and do the doggone thing that she was talking about. But I can tell you that this is a lady that is about business, not business, business. So you all need to go on her page and catch her. Okay. I mean, she is a mentor to many people. I see a lot of the queens that come on her page. They love her like a mama. Okay. I've been watching her. Her dad is to die for. We're going to talk about him later. But I mean, that's a whole family thing. Her daddy, I'm gonna listen.
He already snatched up by my mama.
Okay, put that out there. He is snatched up. Now, when I say the daddy, now this is what I'm talking about.
We don't hurt no queens here. We don't hurt no
see, he will bring you a lot of healing if you sit in Pop's one of his lives. I promise you, because I was going through a little something, and Pops helped me heal, and I will always love him for that. So we got to get him to come on and do a little something for us. But y'all tag somebody, okay? Because this is going to be great. But anyway, none other than the wonderful Bianca MzBee Lee. How you doing on tonight, Queen? We're so excited about you being here.
I feel so good. Oh my goodness! Look, she got the clappers. Yes, the clappers.
No, you don't, girl.
Thank you so very much. Number one, listen, I might have to take you on the road with me now, because you introed mighty fine, okay? You know,
I'll go.
The president of the fan club, okay? No,
okay.
I'm just playing. Ain't no fans here. We're all family. I don't do fans. I do supporters. I don't do none of that. Okay, but I thank you so very much for this opportunity. I thank you for having me here. You two already, listen, we've already had a kindred spirit. We already know the hair is down, the little piece of hair, whatever, it is down. Okay, we didn't already unclip the bras. We comfortable.
That
okay?
part.
Comfortable.
That part.
I can't wait to jump in. Okay, so yes, the bio is a little lengthy because she done did a couple of things. I ain't worried about all that stuff. Okay, I did some stuff. All right, but today we're talking about what we're talking about. We're talking about the sisterhood, the queenship. I'm all for everybody, but my heart belongs to the women and the girls. Okay, my purpose belongs to the women and the girls. That's where I shine. That's where Spirit gives me my utterance, you know what I mean, and give me my gifting and things like that. And I am elated to be able to speak to fellow queens, fellow goddesses, fellow women, fellow mothers, sisters, daughters. I'm so excited about doing that. It gives me joy, and plus it helps me empower myself. Hello, somebody. Okay. Hello. You know what I mean? Because one thing about it, we can come from so many different backgrounds, so many different pedigrees, upbringings, and geographical locations. But one thing that joins us together is the fact that we are women.
That part.
Okay? We're women.
That part.
And we understand each other. We understand what we feel. We understand how we think, how we see. We get it. We understand our foolishness. We understand our godliness. We understand our flaws. We understand all of the stuff. We understand it. So I love talking to us. I do. Okay. I done wrote a book. I done wrote a book. You can get the book somewhere. Okay.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about, because I want you all to get that book. Listen, I want to tell everybody. Okay, so because we keep it real here. So I'm starting a fashion trend. Okay. So Ms. B, just about every time I get on here, I start getting hot.
What?
I'm just going to tell you, because I have private summers, okay? And so I know it's a lot of y'all queens out there that have private summers.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to put my fan on when we're having the show, because then y'all would hear that. So I said, what can I do? So let me tell y'all, I'm starting a new fashion trend, okay? I got me a fan.
Listen, they're fashionable and they get the job done.
Sister, so for all y'all queens out there that be having private summers, but you don't really want nobody to know that you having a private summer, and you still want to look, a little
ladylike.
Get you a fan, a little ladylike. Come on, get you a fan, and you can be fanning yourself like I'm gonna be doing tonight. Okay, and then this is what I like about the fan, Ms. B. If somebody get on my nerves, see, I'm gonna close that fan and be like, pop.
There you go.
See, it still look fashionable doing it. But I want to ask you a question, Ms. B. This is kind of something that came to the top of my head while you were talking.
Okay.
How do you keep yourself with all of the accolades that you have? I mean, you are awesome businesswoman of almost 30 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You make it do what it do. I mean, you've got a lot of accolades. Even you've been in the entertainment industry and all of that. How do you keep yourself so authentic? Because every time I've ever talked to you, you know, you have always kept it real. You've always been authentic. You're very personable, easy to connect to. And I'm just gonna go on and put it out here because, you know, sometimes you reach out to some of these queens. Can I say it? Patricia, can I just go and say it? You know, let me just say this. I understand y'all. You know, I understand, you know, you're bossed up now and everything. You know, I get it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, but my God, can't nobody even talk to you? Can't nobody reach out to you? You know what I'm saying? You know, you like, well, talk to my assistant. Now, girl, you know you ain't got no assistant. Now, I'm trying to be nice tonight now, but I'm just only saying. I
got to sit up for that.
You know, right, Patricia. But you know you don't have no assistant. But I know you got to kind of, you know, make it look like, you know, you somebody. And I get that part. But you know, I love it when I meet a queen that's really got a resume. I'm talking about it's not no play, okay? She really got a resume. And
it's
yet,
not fluffed.
It's not fluffed. Yeah. I like that. It's not fluffed. And yet, she can still be so authentic and be personable and real. So, I mean, Ms. B, so how do you do that? I mean, and it probably just comes natural, but I'm saying, how do you keep yourself authentic with all of the awesome things that you have going on?
I will say this. Thank you so very much for that. For me, it is natural for me. You know why? Because I come from a line of accomplished people. Okay. However, when we come together, you know, the women still got to roll their sleeves up and get in there, cook. You know, we still got to clean. You know, the men still got to mow the lawn, take the trash out, work on the cars. So it ain't like, you know, those are things that we've done, yes, which is what we're supposed to do. But humility has to remain the center. You know what I'm saying? We come from a very spiritual background. We have, you know, we're church background family, okay, as you already know. And so I've come up in that, and those principles yet remain, okay? Pride comes before destruction.
That part.
And a haughty look before a fall.
That part.
I'm not trying to fall, okay? First of all, I'm thick, so when I fall, it's gonna fall. I'm gonna fall. Okay, so that's number one. Okay, but number two, I have to understand that those are things that I've done. Who I am is my spirit. That's my heart. That's who I am. That's what matters. How you treat people, how you leave them when you leave their presence, how you change the atmosphere when you enter the room. Those things matter. How you love on folks. That's the stuff. I care about what I've done. That's great, and they aided in who I am today. But I will say that what I am today, it kind of sort of, but not really had anything to do with what I've done, my accomplishments. Those were jobs. Okay, they were not indicative of the spirit that I have. That came from spirit, that came from family, that came from whoopings, that came from punishments, and that came from grandma, mama, auntie, them, daddy, uncles. You know, that's what that came
from. Community, yes, community. Yes, when we were a community. Yes,
that's what it was.
Ms. B, let me ask you, you know, what's your take on why do, especially women of color, you know, why do we put on with each other? You know, why do we put the other face on with each other?
We do this because there's something missing in us. We want to be something so bad. Okay, but instead of looking within to be that, to find that person, we look without. So we're looking for other people to confirm, I guess, who we portray to be. Like on social media, let me tell you something. We ain't none of what we post to be. Okay, none of
Talk about it.
We will.
You better talk about it.
And we are geniuses and creative beings at putting on a front. We are so this thing here is beyond my understanding. We can post a picture and make it seem like we just the happiest, most whatever, instead of just being happy. We want to portray happy. We want to convince happy. We want to, you know what I'm saying, instead of just being that. Number one, if you were happy, let's talk about wealth. Wealthy people, real wealthy people, ain't got to go around claiming and telling folks that they wealthy. They don't have to prove that they wealthy. They just are. Okay? They ain't got to go around wearing labels all up and down the head and side and ears and, you know, Gucci this, Fendi, Prada, whatever, and just labels. Sidebar, those designers made a urban division for those people who want to put on, who want to front. They really do. Because real ones who really can just go at any given point and grab a belt, a shoe, or whatever from the designers, ain't got to go out here and make sure that the people know that this is the label. Okay, so that's the thing. If you're truly happy, just be. And on top of that, a real truly happy person, a person that's really at peace, a person that's really full of joy and all these things, they will encourage and celebrate another person's joy, their peace, their happiness. You don't have to tear down somebody else to make yourself build yourself up. What you're doing is you're speaking of your character. What you're doing is you're speaking of your unhappiness. When somebody talks about me, what they don't know is that they're inadvertently putting a billboard up talking about themselves.
Oh, that's good.
They talk about themselves. You point out all of my flaws, or you complaining about something that's over here about what I'm doing, but yet you're overseeing or you're shining a light on what you're doing and who you are. That's what people don't understand. When you doing all of this pointing and blaming and trying to make somebody feel bad, what you're doing is you're yelling and screaming, that's me. That's really how I feel about me. I'm just saying, you know, and what you're trying to divert the attention. You're trying to get the attention off of you onto somebody else when it always comes back to you.
That part.
Always. So, and what we don't understand is, like I was saying earlier, we all come from different backgrounds, some of us had it when we were born, some of us did not. Okay? But at the same time, no matter what we had coming up, no matter what, we are still women. We're still women. You didn't have your heart broken before. You've had a sour relationship, or you've had situations with a sister or issue with mama, because, you know, we didn't have the mama-daughter clashes, you know, we done seen it. Okay, you've had the issue with daddy or brothers or whatever. We've had these things. Whether you can deliver a child or and deal with postpartum, or whether you can't have a child at all. We've all dealt with some of these things. But if we actually sat down and understood and picked the jewels and help you shine your diamond, and somebody help somebody else shine their emerald, and somebody else help shine their ruby, we will all bling. I just want everybody to understand. We just want to go glorify jewelry box out there because we're helping shining one another. But if we don't understand that together we're stronger.
Woo! Talk about it, Queen.
Okay, we don't get that. With your one diamond, you bling, you might spark a little, you know, catch a ray every now and again. But if every one of y'all shining, you don't need the sun for nothing, because it's already you shining from within. Okay, and the shining you complements the shining your sister next to you.
Glory.
We don't understand this. There's power. The magic is in the agreement.
Woo! That's powerful.
Okay, we don't understand it. We don't understand. I need my sister. That Hezekiah Walker song, I need you to survive. I need my sisters to survive. I need my mothers to survive. I need my grandmothers to survive. Once upon a time, the grandmama shared with the mamas, and the mamas shared with the daughters, and the daughters shared with their daughters, and this and then the third, because we're passing jewels and wisdom and all of this stuff. Right now, you got the grandmama trying to hang with the daughter at the club, and they wearing each other's clothes at that, you know, mini skirt here. I'm gonna wear your coochie cutters. You gonna wear my mini skirt. I'm gonna wear your top. Hello. Nobody helping nobody. We're enabling the foolishness.
Mama.
Okay, that's the thing. Once we get back into our rightful place as
Talk,
nurturers,
girl.
encouragers, motivators, we are the life bringers. We're the incubators. We are womb. We have the womb. We develop. We bring the life. It's our
Come on.
amniotic fluid that fuels these babies and birth these visions and birth these empires and these next presidents and these next queens and whatever the case. It's us. And if we get our vessel together, don't you think the seed will develop properly?
Woo.
Jesus.
You see what I'm saying? We
Jesus.
gotta get right. And I'm telling you now, I understand that there's attack on the men, but I'm gonna tell you now, the reason that there's an attack on the men is because the women are out of place. We are the intercessors.
I'm having a moment. I'm having that.
You better.
Okay? We are those ones. Those men are protected because we are out of place.
Woo.
That's it. Those
let me get in. Let me just get in. Let me just get in for a moment right there. Let me just get in right there. You listen. For those of you who have just tuned in, you are hearing from none other than Bianca MzBee Lee. You need to grab a friend. You need to share this, okay? Because it's getting ready to get real deep. I can feel it all up in my shana now. Okay? All right. I feel it, Patricia. I feel it. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. I had a friend of mine told me the other day, Ms. B, and I want you and Patricia to chime in on this. So she said, you know what, Dr. Carolyn, my husband, listen to this. My husband said that this world needs a turnaround. Our culture, our community needs a turnaround. And the only somebody that's going to be able to turn things around, especially for this world, for our culture, it's going to be y'all. It's going to be the women. He said, I'm a man, and I'm admitting that it's going to take the women to turn. Oh, I feel something. I'm feeling something. To turn things around. First of all, for that brother, you know who you are. Thank you, first of all, for acknowledging that. And we promise not to take that and let it go someplace in our head and our spirit that it should not go. Because I was so humbled to hear that. But Ms. B, then I want to go to Coach P. Ms. B, so what's your take on that? And do you think most men do they get that without feeling, I don't know, some sense of, intimidation of sorts?
A real one would never be intimidated by a strong woman at all, period, point blank. Okay. Only one that has a boy mentality is intimidated by a strong woman, period, point blank. We complement each other. It's just point blank, period. No real one about his real business, his man business, gonna ever be intimidated by a real woman. Okay. That's just what it is. But to touch on what you just stated, yes, he is very, very, very correct.
Yes.
Because life began with woman. Okay. Life began, like birth began with woman. Okay. When it came now Adam was the first. Okay. However, it wasn't until Adam was prepared. Adam had a job. Hello, somebody. Adam had a job. He had his duties. He had provision. This is daughters. I need you to listen. Adam had a job. Yeah. Adam had his duties. He had a place to stay. He had hello.
Okay. Hello.
Okay. Had transportation. He had camels up and through there, horses and all that. He had his stuff together before he was given Eve.
That's it.
What up? If he ain't got that together, leave him alone. Let him continue to cook in the oven until he's finished baking. Okay? Now, in the meantime, have yourself together too, daughter. Okay? Come to the table with something other than just boobs and booty and all of that. Okay? Now, for the man, men are so, they are visual beings. Okay? And so when they see something off kilter, if a bill come out of the blue, a man will become disheveled, child. He just lose his head because he's trying to figure out, and they're problem solvers.
That's right.
They're
That's
problem
right.
solvers. So they live in their head a lot, okay? So communication they ain't got, because you got to figure out, we got to be, mind readers. We got to figure out what's going on, and they ain't gonna communicate until they have come up with the solution to the problem, and then they can come to you and say, listen, this is what it is. This is what I'm gonna do. Blah 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 blah. You gonna say,
now
yes.
That's true. Now
Okay.
That's true.
They're never gonna come to you if they're not speaking. It's because they're working something out of here. Okay.
That's good.
That's it. They're working
That's
something
good.
out of here.
Help us out. Help us out, Queen.
Rush them and this and then the third. Ladies, stop rushing the man to marry you and all that stuff. Stop rushing him. He trying to figure some stuff out. Okay. Let him do it. Let him process his stuff. All right. That was a side. I do a lot of little sidebars every now and again. Okay. So catch it when it comes.
I caught that.
Now,
caught that.
it comes down to the man though. Although he's the visionary, it's the woman's finesse and details that brings the vision about. Okay, he has the idea, great ideas. They're creators. They are great idea havers. But if you put a bunch of men on the planet and tell them to put it together, child, please, you'll have 1,000 ideas and hardly no execution because they don't know where to begin. Okay, some may, but I'm gonna tell you, the women brings the detail. We bring the finesse. We bring the understanding. We bring the insight. We bring the okay, let's look at it from this angle and let's do this and let's go over the plans. Let's organize it. They ain't got that. Okay. So that's why collectively that thing gonna get done. And she's gonna keep you on your toes. She's gonna make sure you finish your timeline, you keep your timeline, you finish your details, your obligations. She's gonna make sure you on top of your stuff. She's going to make sure that you get it finished. That woman encourages. That's our nature to do so. Yes. That woman is going to nurture. She's going to develop. She's going to help you. She's going to help you birth this child. You give her the seed. Miles Monroe said this years ago. Bless his heart. Miles Monroe said this. If you give a woman a loaf of bread, she's going to give you a meal. If you buy this woman a house, she's going to make it a home. If you give her a seed, she's gonna birth you a son. Okay, whatever the men gives her, and then he also finished it and said, if you give her hell, she gonna make your life a living. She gonna turn it upside down and multiply that thing too. Okay,
so that part.
Be careful.
That part.
Okay? so be careful, right? But with that, they need us. They need us because we're the ones who's going to make them feel like Superman so they can finish it and get it done. With the right woman, you encourage that man feel like he's 12 feet tall and standing on top of a mountain and ain't nothing gonna stop him. With the right woman, every single day they come home from fighting wars amongst out in society, at work, with their friends or so-called friends or whatever the case. They are open targets. They walking around, especially our black men, walking around with targets on their back every single day of the week. When they come home, it is your rejuvenation that they need. It is your rejuvenation.
Not your hell.
Hello, it ain't your hell. And get them kids under control, child.
Yeah.
Okay? It is your refresh.
Because it says, the Bible says that a man would rather live on the roof in a corner than in a house with a contentious wall. He'd rather live on the roof in the corner of a roof. He just be close to home, but he don't want to be in that.
Because they're already up here. They're already in here. And there's 1,000,001 things happening in here that they'll never say. So if you are not doing what's natural for you to do in that union and in that relationship, then he's lacking that finesse. He's lacking that encouragement. They will tear each other. They will tear themselves down mentally, especially if they can't figure out the problem. They will tear each other down. And men are they're emotional beings. They just show it differently.
Yes.
Okay? They listen. If a man feel like he can't accomplish something, he beats himself up. If a man feel like he can't finish something, or he don't have the money, or he can't do this, and he can't provide, I'm gonna tell you now, the man is gonna be down on his luck. He gonna go find a bottle somewhere. He gonna go. I'm telling you, they beat themselves up. because they feel like they're less than a man. It's us that keeps them encouraged, keeps them motivated, keeps them uplifted, keep them prayed for, keep them covered, keep them fed, keep them housed and warmed and stuff like that. Keep them going. It's up to us to do so, because I'm telling you, the lack of us, oh my God.
So they need us, and and this is powerful. In the, I hope you guys are sharing. You all need to share. Y'all need to be out there sharing. And MzBee, you're right. And in the reverse, as awesome beings that we are as women, that can build that man up, we can tear him down. If with that mouth. Okay, we can tear them down if we're not healed ourselves. If we had not done the work. And I am discovering more and more. I mean, I've always known it, but I'm really discovering this for myself. That's the beauty of being single, because that's the time that you can spend doing the work that you need to do, so that you're not running around tearing up men. But Coach P, I want to hear from you, because I saw your face, girl. You was like, go ahead. That's good. That's good stuff, isn't it, Patricia? That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
I am over here just all up in my sanctified head, because when you think about this, and this is not to say a religious program, nor is it a religious stage for right this moment, but we know that God is always up in the midst of everything. He is the beginning and the end of everything. He is the Alpha and Omega. So when she started talking about agreement, I started thinking about the Greek words that meant to agree with God to get things right in your life. You have to agree with him before you can agree with any man on earth, And so when I think about the agreement of the women, I see us as such, this place that I don't understand, and people get upset with me. In my years of life, I have never been around so many women that soar and pull each other down and talk about each other so much. Now listen, I'm not talking about the high school, the petty stuff, the stuff we used to say. You did it. No, you said it. That you tell somebody something, and we all end up friends next week. Then it's somebody else turn for us to be mad at. Whatever.
No, that was high school.
That was high school. That was middle school. That was public school. I'm talking about grown women.
That part.
That are at this point in this, and I just had this conversation with Dr. Carolyn as well as my niece this morning. Social media has gotten us to a place where we are so haughty and we think so highly of ourselves that we can't even help our own sisters in our own community and we reaching all the way to UK and Nigeria and all these different. Now I'm not saying no wrong, because I got quite a bit as a coach of friends of mine over in there. But my point is, if I can't help in my house people and my neighbors right here on this block, right in this community. Now, I'm not saying I can save them. I said help. It's a difference in trying to save somebody and trying to assist somebody with some things in their life. If it's nothing but me and my lifestyle being a good thing for my neighbor, that I mind my business, that I'm not bothering nobody. I'm not outside trying to listen. Only thing I bring is very good news. Your mail that fell in my mailbox. I saw somebody walking in your backyard. Something good to tell somebody that we all need to do in the neighborhood. Not because now you see it says 9700, you go and throw it away because it ain't your mail, instead of just bringing it next door to your neighbor. We don't even have those type of relationships with one another anymore, and when you said agree, and I thought about that, we first have to, as women, agree that the men need us. We think that they don't need us, and we think that, as long as I got my house, my car, my money, and my child support or whatever, I don't need that. I need presence.
Yeah.
And I don't mean with the T, I mean CE. I need presence in my life. I need a male figure in my life. It's one thing that women need that they will never feel comfortable without is safety. I don't care how many guns you buy. I don't care how many things you barricade your house. I don't care what neighborhood you move in. It's something about the presence of a male figure in your life that creates a sense of safety and security. So when men could create that atmosphere for you and they can watch while you pray, you got the whole house covered.
That's it.
Because they're securing the doors so no demons and things spirits can break it. They're securing it with their manhood. But you are the one that's in there on your knees, praying that as he go out, that he return in a better state than he left your house in your presence. That when your children go out, that they return in a better state and in one piece, and they are more knowledgeable than they left that house with. He said, wisdom is good, knowledge is good, but in all thy getting, get an understanding of what you went out in that street to do today. What was your aim? What was your duty? So when I hear B talking about the things that the men doing and what the women should be doing, I love that God created a space in 2020 for me to be in my mating season. See, I was in my seasons last time, my single seasons are, bragging about it and talking about, but it gets old after a while. Now you got to mate. Yeah. And I've created every woman I could create in me, and I decided, do I like her or not? Do I like my Afrocentric Patricia? Do I like Pastor Patricia? Do I like Coach P? Do I like, all these people that God has created me to be? I don't have to be one person every day. I can be who God wants me to be to anybody I need to be it. But if I'm not perfect in myself for God, for as a creature of God, and present myself a living sacrifice for my husband and my children and my family, then guess what happens? Like you said, everything falls apart. That's it. The man shuts down, the communication stops, the love making, which ain't a physical, stops. All of those things stop. Your children, stop listening to you. That I see so many disrespectful kids today. It's just crazy. I just told my daughter this the other day. She came and she said, "Ma, I got another subscriber or something." I looked at her, I said, "Come here, sit down on the bed." She said, "Yes, ma'am." I said, "Sit down on the bed." She sat down, and I told you, B, she'd be 40. Mm-hmm. I said, "I want to say something to you. Don't you never worry about a subscriber, a like, a outbox, an inbox, an unfriend or a friend, because you have everything you need. You have everything you need." I said, "I want to thank you for being my daughter. Thank you for subscribing to my channel to be my child. Thank you for loving me like a," and I just fed, she just started crying. She's like, "Ma, I needed that." I know you did, because you wouldn't have ran in my room to be so excited about one person liking something. You needed to feel something, but what you needed to feel was already in you. Me as your mother just had to bring it up and out of you. You don't need, because she done went back to work, so she feel like her little boxes of comments and stuff then fell off. But baby, let me tell you something. You gonna shine wherever you are. You are the queen of a queen.
Okay.
You gonna shine
now that right there, that was good.
She gonna shine wherever she go. But I want my daughter to do the greater work when her king comes, and as she cultivate her king. And I said this on, I'm not trying to be funny, nor am I shading anybody. I told my daughter, I said, "Let me tell you something. I can love you because," I said, "You want to know why I really love you?" She said, "Why?" I said, "Because you are better than me." She said, "What you mean by that, Mom?" I said, "Because when I was your age or younger than you, everything I did, I had to make sure I knew the strategy of why I was dating. And if soon as he acts funny, I had another one that had some money. You understand what I'm saying? And when that one acted funny with the money, I had a funny man over here that was a money man and a honey man." So it's my daughter is so dedicated. And she will love you till she can't love you no more. And it bothers me, but then I'm looking at her, right? And I'm loving how she loves, because I've never known that type of love for myself to give to somebody else, that one-on-one love. But now that I'm in my maiden season, I recognize it. You can't recognize it if it ain't in you. That's it. They said same spirits, what they do, they cling together. So now that I see my daughter and I can recognize how humble she is and how wonderful she is with her mate and how wonderful she, how she works through the problem with her mate instead of running. I was a fighter. And I told her, and that, you didn't get that from me and your daddy, because we both was like, pew, pew. We ain't got time for the foolishness. My daughter stick and stays until she can't stay, and not in a bad way, because she knows her limit. But what I love about it is that she got something in her that I didn't have. But now that I have it, I recognize it in her. You can only recognize in people, like you said, what you have or what you don't have. And I recognize that I am cultivating that in my mating season, that whatever one comes, whenever he comes, I am prepared to be a one-on-one woman, and I'm going to be a one-man woman. Yeah, that's the way it goes. And I'm ready for it. But I'm ready to pray.
And I think I was going to say, what I love about that is that, and I want to come back to you, Ms. B, is that what Patricia was saying is that when we heal, as women, when we heal, look at all of what she's able to pass down to her child. And that's what's really important, is the fact that we know that we got to pass some of this down, whether it's your daughter, whether it's not your biological daughters, but daughters that God has given to you by way of spirit. But look at all of that stuff that, Patricia, you talked about, that you're able to, that you are able to pass down. So I want to ask you, Ms. B, with all of this vast knowledge that you have, and here in this space, listening to all three of us, okay, so I'm gonna get to some real meat here for a second. We all sound like pretty cool women. They're pretty evolved women. Everybody looking real good up in here too, okay? So why do we have problems, attracting men sometimes? And I say that because I talk to a lot of women like Coach P, who are business women, astute, know how to articulate, look good, smell good, all of that. And when we get together and we have these conversations, girl, you still single? Yes, I'm still single, So talk to us a little bit about that, Ms. B. What we missing? What we need to do, or what we need to say, or what the men need to do, or something? Because I know there's other women out there that are saying the same thing. I feel like I got it going on. I feel like I'm together. I just can't seem to be successful in the area of relationships. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Okay, so this is good. Okay, y'all know this is my realm right here. Okay.
All right. This is my
realm right here. Okay. So I'm formally married. Okay, I was divorced. Officially 2018. All right, separated 2015, divorced 2018. Okay. I don't take away, although there was some good, bad, ugly. We all know. I mean, obviously, because I'm divorced. Hello. However, the takeaway from that was priceless.
I get it.
Okay?
I get it.
That man gave me what he needed to give me. Okay, because before him, I was super serious. I wasn't smiling. Had a mean mug on my face, bitter, angry all the time for whatever reason, child. It was just whatever. Angry all the time, just arguing, just so just tied up. My truth was really locked up and bound for whatever reason. It took him to unlock that. Okay, it took him because he taught me how to be silly. He taught me how to laugh. He taught me how to be affectionate because I didn't have that. Okay. He taught me how to, even with my house was so pristine. It looked like, at any given moment, it looked like a Better Homes and Gardens cover. Okay. So it was too put together. It wasn't lived in. There was no life there. He taught me how to put life in my home. He taught me how to do that, how to let your head down, how to be silly, how to sleep on the floor. You ain't got to be in the bed all the time. Let's sleep on the floor. Let's make a pilot. When the last time you did that? You know what I'm saying? Watch a movie, play cartoon, old school, Mario Brothers, games, and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? He taught me how to do that. And everything got to be you know what I'm saying? So organized and so whatever. That helped me a great deal. I'm gonna tell you something. Left out of there, okay? Left out of there, and the obvious thing, the first thing we want to do is he did and he ain't and he ain't. We want to do that so much. I'm gonna tell you where Spirit got me together quickly, okay? Because you know we supposed to keep him in remembrance of his word, right? I said, well, God, you said, because I was cooking and I'm cleaning and I'm sexing and I'm this and I'm that and I'm that, okay? God, you said that whatever you join together, let no man put asunder. I heard clear as I'm talking right now. You right, daughter? I said that. Question for you. Did I join that together? Did you?
Did you?
Hello. Hello.
When I picked my face up off the floor and I realized my jaw, I said, yeah, you're right. When I tell you, it was like like I was sitting in an empty theater and the screen was right there. And I was reminded of every sign before I said yes to that proposal, every sign that was shown to me that I should have listened to and should have paid attention to. I was shown that even when we came together, every sign that was there that I should have paid attention to, but we excuse it away because you know we are nurturers by nature, so we gonna help him heal and we gonna fix it. And we this, and I can help him. And he's sad about this. He's sad about his mama, dad, sister, brother, whatever the case. I can help him heal. Baby, you didn't break him. You can't fix it. That ain't your job.
Oh, hello.
You need to go back and resolve those matters with whomever caused the grievance. Okay? Again, send him back to the oven so he can finish baking. All right? Because that's not your problem. When you come together, there's things that you all are supposed to do together. God don't. This is another thing that I've learned in that season of doing my work. Okay? I had 3 years to do my work. God would not allow me to do it. I tried. It didn't go right a couple times during that separation season. And I'm talking about when we separated. He went to a whole nother state and I stayed where I was. 3 years. We didn't see each other, nothing. So, but in that season, of course, I'm thinking I just want to move on with my life, want to get him out of my system, blah, 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 blah. So I'm trying to date somebody else. 2 times that I tried that. Both times it didn't work. God said, you are married until the day you are not. You have to now, even in your separation, act like he's acting like he's supposed to act. Because if you desire to be a wife, one day again, you need to understand that you're married right now. Act like a wife now. Don't be, no. Those who are married right now, wives, you have to understand, you have to be a wife before you become a wife.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
It's a mentality. It's a preparedness. You have to be a wife before you become a wife. If you trying to get married, what you doing in clubs every other day? What's up with that?
Ooh, real talk.
You know what I'm saying? If you trying to be somebody's good thing, you out here showing all of this and all of that. You selling every crack you got. Why? Because ain't no man who wants that. Not no upstanding, not no good one. Another lesson that I learned in my in my separation, God don't pair people, he pairs purpose.
Wow.
Okay?
Yes.
So everybody that fills out an application is not qualified for that job. Just because there's an opening don't mean that everybody need to be filling that position. Anybody, any old whatever, just because he got 2 legs, he got a mustache, don't mean that he's fit for this position.
Yeah.
Even if he's overqualified, he still don't belong in this position.
Yeah.
Because there's a perfect person for that position. Now, so I stopped dating and I started interviewing. Okay? Because I'm gonna ask you a question. I want, and if you don't want to answer my question, then you already ain't it.
That's the truth.
To answer some questions. And if you asking me, well, why are you asking me so many questions? Oh, yep, sorry, we're gonna go because I need to be able to know. I need to ask you some questions, sir, and I need you to have an answer. Okay? Because this is my life that I'm giving you. This is my life that I'm trusting in your hands, that I'm trusting you to lead me. Blind leading the blind, we both in the ditch. I need you to know where you're going. Okay? Do you know where you're going? And Can I trust where I'm going with you? We have to understand another thing that I messed up in that particular place is when I lost me to become what I thought he should have been. He wanted me to be.
Guilty. Been there.
I did. Because individually we have purposes. We have things that we are put here. We are breathing this good air for a reason. Okay? For a specific task, duties, different level purposes, different level tasks. We tend to forget it when we get a man. Because we want to be what he wants us to be. We want to be that perfect whatever he needs. Understand this. When you pair with your right one, and you're going to recognize him when you see him. I'm going to tell you now, you're going to recognize him when you see him. Okay? And everybody ain't recognizable. Okay? You're going to recognize who's supposed to be with you when he sees you. Okay? So that's what I want to tell you, Coach P. Trust me, when he comes, you're going to recognize him. Believe that. It ain't going to take long either. So now with where I'm going, with what I have on me and what he has on him, the individual purposes, my purpose complements him and helps expedite him to his goal. His purpose complements mine and helps expedite me. We're working our individual purposes collectively.
Yes.
Okay? That's what it is. God don't pair people, he pairs purpose. We pair people. We compare how you look on the outer, what your wallet looking like, what your credit report, what your this, and don't get me wrong, that stuff has to be, you got to be okay. But we look at the outer. But it ain't about that. We have to always remember, and I was telling somebody this morning, we have to always remember we are spirits first, having a human experience.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That's it.
We operate human first and tapping in and conferring with our spirit every now and again. Or when things get tight. You know, we find Jesus every time something go wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We used to ask R. Kelly. He gets saved every time he get in trouble. Okay? Now, am I lying? I believe I can fly. He saved me all of that. Every time he got in trouble. All right. Listen, okay.
He done got saved by 17 times.
Okay. So that's what we do. We have a tendency of doing that. We have to understand we're spirit first, having a human experience. So if my spirit don't feel right around you, then you have to understand you got to confer with that spirit. This ain't deep, smooth, spooky, none of that. It's real. It's real. If that person don't feel good to your spirit, move around. I understand we want the companionship and all of this and then the third, because I promise you I was there too. But I want the company. I mean, every one of my siblings who are old enough to be married are married. Well, except for two, are married. Okay, or in some type of relationship, have children, and this and then the third. I was that one that was always pulling up the rear. You know, me pulling up the rear and comparing myself to other people caused me to make a decision that I wasn't supposed to be making.
That's it.
And I went with the first Joe Blow. I have never had a problem. I've never had a problem finding people finding me. Even to this day, trust me, inbox stay full. But why are you here, sir? Who sent you?
Okay. Yes.
I need to know. Why are you here and who sent you? What's your purpose? What do you have? What are you doing? What's up? What's up? Because what's up? I don't know, sir. I'm not just grabbing anybody just to go on a date. I can take myself on a date. I can take myself and do. Hello.
Yes.
That's right.
On a date, I can take myself to the movie. I can take myself to dinner. All of this stuff. What do you bring to this table? How can I depend on you? Are you protection worthy? Are you worthy of me? Are you a king?
Yes.
Show enough a queen. So am I pairing with a gesture or am I pairing with a whatever? What am I pairing with here? Jesus. You have to understand. You got to ask these questions. Okay, you got to ask these questions. And so that's what it was. I stopped focusing on my need. I need this. I need that. Woe is me, because that woe is me will make you a victim, and a victim chooses saving in any type of fashion and form. I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim at all. I'm doing you a favor, bro, because you understand that when I come to you, every single thing that you touch will prosper.
You better talk.
I am your favor. understand. So when I pair with you, everything that you do, bank account, every single thing that you do is gonna come up. You leveling up the moment I attach myself to you. Things will continue thereafter. Please know. Okay? Please know. All right. So that
you better listen. That Patricia ain't got no sense. Listen, listen. But you said some really key. You know, for the queens out there, I'm gonna keep it real and raw with y'all. For the queens out there that's listening, I wonder if Patricia and Ms. B can relate to this. But for you queens that are listening and that really want a man, that want a husband, I know, I get it. Friday night went by, no man. Saturday went by, no man. But I want to tell you, there is a place that you can get to. Y'all believe me, queens, that you can get to in your life where you're not always lonely all the time. I promise you that. If you could look, if you can just hold on just a little while longer.
Hold on.
Just a little while longer.
Change
Y'all don't hear me. But I promise you, there's a place that you will get to. I had a friend of mine ask me, she said, Dr. Carolyn, you don't never talk about being lonely. That's because I rarely am. Because here's the thing. My life is full. My life is full. I got a career. I got a business. I have people who love me. Now, am I saying I don't need a man or want one? That's not what I'm saying. Okay, let's get it right now. That's not. Listen, brothers, because sometimes when we talk like that, y'all translate that into saying y'all act like y'all don't need no man. No, yes I do. Yes I do. I need one. I want one. I desire one, and I'm gonna have one. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about that part. But what I'm saying, that when I come to this man, I'm already satisfied. I don't need him to fix me.
Right.
I'm not trying to find somebody to fix me, to fix my broken heart, to fix the brokenness that's in me. I'm not there. Now, was I there at one time? Sure I was. And when I was broken, I attracted broken people.
Come on.
Okay? Because I kept asking God, why do I keep attracting broken people? God said, because you broke. And I was like, oh.
Listen, can I like I want to interject something that Spirit showed me. I'm gonna tell you, and please don't forget where you're going, because I want to hear some.
Yes.
Now, my aha moment was I had a dream, and Spirit talks to me in my dreams. I see premonitions and dreams and all of those things and warnings for other people. Now, whether they heed to it or not, that ain't my business. Now, but I tell them or whatever, and sure enough, it happens. So in a dream, Spirit showed me it was me, and it was a male presence. I still to this day don't know what the face was. Okay, male presence standing next to me. In front of me was a cork board type of board, that was it was like long, and on the board was rows of Polaroids. The Polaroid pictures back in the day, and it was each Polaroid had me standing next to every male that I've ever encountered, from family father on down to any male that I've ever encountered in my life. It was me and my dad, me and my whatever, me and my what, what I'm saying, all the whole board. And so we're standing there, and I'm just looking. It was quiet. I'm just looking. Okay, this is interesting. Sure enough, the voice says, "What is different in every photo?" And I said, "The man." "What is the same?" I said, "Me." "Exactly. Change you, you'll change the type of individual you attract." And I woke up. Okay.
That's good.
That's good. That right there. That's good. And I know
the denominator.
And what you say? You 84? You 84? How old you said you was?
In spirit, I'm thousands years old. I'm telling you, in spirit.
What she got, Patricia? 84-year-old sense.
84-year-old wisdom inside a 40-year-old.
My mama say this all the time. She say, "Child, you was born 40, okay, and then you just started aging from there."
And let me tell you something else too. There's some men out here that'll help you grow up real fast. Y'all didn't catch that. I'm talking about you might have met them and you was naive, but baby, it's some men out here help you grow up real. They help you grow up. They will make you grow up and go up through there so good. You'll be summa cum laude by the time.
Which is why I don't fool with nobody younger than me. God bless your brother, but I need a zaddy, okay? I need one I need somebody with some grades and some salt and peppers and things, because I need to be able to learn from him. Not to say that I can't learn from somebody younger, but they age a little slower than we do. You know what I'm saying? So if I go with somebody my age or younger, then mentally you younger than that, and I ain't got time, okay? I don't have time. But it's just something about an older somebody, it's something about that seniority. Because number one, I got to be able to respect you. I got to be able to honor. I got to be able to sit up under you and learn, because the wisdom comes from the head. I got to be able to do that. I need spirit to talk to you, download into you, and you feed me. That's what I need. I really, at all times, I don't ever want to be in a place where I don't need to hear the wisdom that's on your tongue. Okay, that's why I say it. I have to be very mindful of who I select for that position, because whoever you are, you gotta hear constantly. You gotta hear constantly, because I'm looking to hear from you as well. So you hear from spirit, I hear from you, and then you lead and I follow. That's it. I gotta have that. And so, and there's something about that protection that Coach P was talking about. It is something about an older person that you feel secure, you feel protected, you feel, you know what I'm saying? And the mindset of younger men right now today ain't it either. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. I cannot. It's that old school mentality, that old school wisdom. You know what I mean? That grandfather time, and you know what I'm saying?
You better talk. You know what I'm saying?
It's something about that. And, one of the physical traits that I need is somebody taller than me, because I'd like to be able to put my hand in your chest and you wrap me around, and that security, that physical security, I need to have that too. Okay?
Yes.
Have all y'all beautiful brethren out there, y'all have heard Ms. B's qualification. If you yourself don't meet the qualification, I'm speaking on her behalf. If you got a brother, a cousin,
don't go in her inbox. I can tell you that.
Don't come in. Listen, Chevy, I done told you now. Don't go in. Don't go.
Do not fill out for that.
Don't fill out the application, because I don't want to see you get turned down. But you know what's powerful about? And I know we're making jokes here, but you know what's powerful about what you said, though, Ms. B, is that doesn't life as a single woman become so much easier when you know exactly what you want?
Absolutely. When you know exactly what you want and who you are.
And who you are. That's the key.
I know who I am. Okay. Yes. I know who I am. And nobody can tell me otherwise. Family, friend, foe. I know who I am. So when somebody, my grandmother told me this a long time ago, it ain't about what they call you, it's about what you answer to. Okay.
That's it.
And somebody called me out of my name, I know who I am. That's not me. So therefore you get no energy from me on that. Okay. So I know who I am. I carry myself in who I am. I am a goddess. I am made in the image and likeness of my Father. Everything that he does, I can do, and greater works will I do, because he just gave me the opportunity to do so. I am empowered. My price is far above rubies. I am gifted. I am a communicator. I am blessed coming in and blessed going out. I have favor from the north, south, east, and west. I'm a money magnet. I'm an opportunity magnet. People come to me for understanding, and I have the words and the oracles on my lips to give them that thing that they need.
Come on now.
I'm a woman of wisdom. I'm a woman of faith. I'm a woman of understanding. I help break chains. That's what I do. I heal. I'm a healer. Hallelujah. I'm a birther. You know what I'm saying? Right. I know who I am. Therefore, I don't have character. Okay? So you need to handle, when you know who you are, nothing can just step to you.
Nothing and no one can just step to you. And on that, I'm gonna just say that right there. Right where you are, I'm so grateful that you and my daughter the same age. Mm-hmm. Y'all have that already. It took me to get where I am today to be able to say, and watching her already, glean from what I'm learning in my 50s because trying to fit in. I remember when people say you too much this, you too much that, you talk too much, you this, that. And now I can sit there and look at them and go, and so your problem is what? Because I know how to communicate, because, you know, I say what's on my mind and you don't. So now I can say those things back to those people where I used to think, maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should. You know, I know who I am. So now that I know, and I used to try to be in that little bubble with everybody, maybe I popped out because I'm not meant to. I've already got people saying, when you walk in the room, I knew it was going to be a problem. Guess what? Who problem? Am I your problem, or I the answer to somebody's problem? You know, just because I walk in the room and I shine and you dull, you get dull, don't get mad at me and don't try to overpower, because I'll sit back and watch and you still won't get what I got, because God gave it to me, and nothing and no one can take it away. And now that I hear you say that, and I know how my daughter responds to criticism, I love it. Yes. Because seeing the 40-year-old women, the 40-year young women say what they feel already with no apprehension and not caring what nobody thinks about them is what I see as a free moment, a free statement, and women that are coming up free, not haughty, just free enough to say, listen, I don't have to live in the slavery that you were brought up in. Thank you for bringing me thus far, but I think me and Christ got it from here, because I'm walking in freedom. And that's the thing I love about, you know, just watching people be free. I love seeing the freedom, and I don't care who don't like it. I just say, baby, fly, be free.
That's it. That's it. I don't want to give people some sunglasses if they can't handle my shine.
I was already told, turn my shine down. Let's see how long that's gonna last, because believe me, ain't nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it.
Ms. B, as we come to our close, I'm telling you, this has been phenomenal. It's like an hour has passed by already. I know. You guys out there on Facebook, I know you're enjoying being a part of this conversation. So I want you to just take a few moments, Ms. B, because I know you're led by the Spirit. So for those that are listening, for those queens and kings that may watch the replay, I want you to take a few moments and just say what's on your heart. We got, you know, we got some beautiful queens out here that's bossed up, they doing their thing, they red bottoming it out and everything. They're successful in a lot of areas of their life, but that one area, you know, in the relationship area, seems to be a challenge for a lot of women. So whatever you feel like you want to end this with, all right? You just go on and say what it is that's on your heart to say.
Okay. Thank you. The one thing that I will say that I've seen, even in my coaching and mentoring and things like that, is the lack of self-love. The lack of self-love. Okay. We think and we equate love to only external showing, okay, external evidence and things like that. When we consider love, it's always from someone else. You know, my mama loves me because she shows me. My dad loves me. My mate loves me. My children loves me because they give me a hug or whatever the case. They love me. I feel love because such and such did this. Because it's always something external. It's never referred to, or hardly ever referred to, coming from within. No one can give you anything if you don't give it to yourself. You cannot expect other people to love you when you don't know what the true definition of love is. And the true definition comes from within, not from without. It comes from within. Okay. So how can you teach someone that they're saying we teach people how to treat us? You teach people how to love you, but then you also teach them how to not love you the right way as well when you don't love yourself the right way. Okay, you have to, number one, we just talked about it, identify who you are. When you identify who you are, get to know that person, become acquainted with that person, introduce yourself to them. I tell my women all the time, get yourself in the mirror and talk to you, laugh with you, dance with you, put music on and you dance by yourself. Understand the sway of your hips. Get to know every mark on you. Appreciate all of your good. Appreciate even what the things that you call bad, because they're not bad. Those are there for a reason. Those are your intricacies. Those are your details that nobody else on the face of this earth has, just like your fingerprint. There's not and will never be another you, ever. So when you don't come full speed, full throttle, who you are, you're robbing yourself and you're robbing everybody who you're encountering. You're robbing the world of who you are. But you will not be able to see that until you know it yourself. Who are you? Who am I? Ask yourself, who am I? What do I like? What are my likes? What are my dislikes? Fall in love with the person that you are. Fall in love with your heart. Do your work, even in the tough times, because doing your work, y'all, what I call shadow work, that stuff is hard. It is difficult to face the stuff that you have put away so many years ago, or brushed under the rug so many years ago. All of those, and then those traits that we picked up from mama, daddy, sister, brother, grandmama, them, and all of that stuff that wasn't all too cute and all too good. We done adopted those things too. All of our friends that we've been around, we done picked up their bad habits. Okay, all of these mates, these past mates that we have yet to divorce spiritually. Hello, somebody. Because when you lay with them, you grab whatever is ailing them, you done grab that on too. You'd have adopted that too. So we got 1,001 people. It's a wonder we are not schizo, okay? Because we got 1,001 people, 1,001 traits in us that we done picked up, whether from us or somebody else. We have to purge. Take that time to purge and fall in love with who you are, the raw version of you. You got to do that. Because that is where it's going to assist you in making the proper choice, selection. Because you have to select the one who you will call a mate. Select, okay? Any Joe Blow that comes your way does not mean that you have to take him. Okay, he gave you attention, and what? You attend to yourself. That ain't nothing that's new to you. If you love on you, anybody giving you a compliment just out the blue, that don't mean, listen, just because he said you pretty or you're attractive or whatever the case, you say thank you and keep it pushing. That's it, because you don't own yourself. You smooth over yourself. That is where the love begins, when you have that love affair with yourself. And that way, anybody that does anything outside of you, even when you get into a relationship, if they do something silly or harmful or whatever the case, that can potentially hurt you, because you are a whole person, it won't derail you. You will be able to claim that moment, but don't let that moment claim you, because you know who you are. And you can always resort back to who you are, who you know yourself to be. It's a lot of those things. You have to get acquainted with you. Love you. I'm talking about fall head over heels in love with you, to the point where you don't accept people talking to you crazy. Anybody. To the point where you don't accept people coming in and treating you crazy. You don't accept it at all. You know how to do what I call the gift of goodbye. If somebody can't appreciate you, walk away. It's fine. Never, ever, ever convince people that you're worthy of something. Never convince somebody that you are worthy of love, you're worthy of affection, you're worthy of you should never, and I said this earlier when I was talking to another group of women, you ain't never seen a commercial, a discount, a sale commercial about Bentley, Rolls Royce, none of them. You know why? Because it is what it is. The quality speaks for itself. You ain't gonna find no discount rack or no sale price for nobody's Bentley and Rolls Royce. You know why? Because if you cannot afford it, don't come back until you can. You are that Bentley and that Rolls Royce. If somebody cannot level up to what your expectations are for you, they need to move on and don't come back until you're ready. That's the bottom line. We're not getting with potential. We're not getting with potential. Who are you now? Because anybody got the potential to be anything great. Hello. What are you doing to get there? Who are you right now? I need to see your fruit in your bowl right now. Okay? I don't need no empty bowl and imagining fruit. I need some fruit there. I need a couple of grapes, pears, plums. I need you to have some fruit right here, right now, brother.
And not no wax fruit. I know
that's no wax fruit. I need some real, something bountiful that I can put and be succulent and suck the juice out of, okay? I don't need no costume fruit. You hear me? That's where it begins. Love you. Love you. That's why I said that's why I told Coach Pete, trust me, when you know who's supposed to be with you, you will recognize them when you see them. Because you already know what to look for. You already know what your sight is set on. And you won't be blinded by any just whatever that's come your way. You know, camouflage is real. You know, decoys is real. All of that, distractions are real. But when your face is set like flint, when you are steady and you're focused and you know what it is, and you know what you are, who you are, and you're focused on what it is that you're supposed to be doing, then any other distraction, you'll recognize it for what it is and you'll treat it accordingly. That's what it is. Love yourself wholeheartedly. Love yourself as God loves you. See yourself as He sees you. Operate and carry yourself as He would have you to do. I promise you, a lot of the self-inflicted issues that we deal with, because if they are self-inflicted, we would not deal with half of those things. We would actually be happy instead of looking, instead of pretending, instead of projecting happy.
That was good.
Look, you talking.
That was juicy.
I heard the old church song. Me to the one.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know about that. Listen, I felt that flow out of your spirit, and that was beautiful. That was beautiful, and I embraced all of that.
I am under the anointing. Do you see my eyes?
Look, I'm
I'm in a haze right now.
I'm under the anointing, and we honor.
I'm up under the Shekinah glory.
The Shekinah glory right now. And
I'm just my eyes is just like I could just lay down in a fluff. On a fluffy cloud and just
that part. And Queen, we honor the anointing that's on your life. I want to say something about that too. You know, a lot of times listen, all of you, especially, I'm gonna speak to the women especially, is that we can get so common with a person that we'll end up disrespecting the anointing that rests on a person, you know. And tonight, MzBee, I speak for myself and Patricia that we honor you, Queen. We do. We honor you. We honor the anointing that rests on your life. And every word that came out of your mouth was just, and we are
out of the mouth of babes. He said, I sucked the milk from a babe. And you know, we have to go back there because we as the elders, it says for us to teach the youngins, but it also says that we should not disrespect them, you know. So when I hear, and I know that my father used a donkey, you hear me, to speak. So whenever I hear anything that I know is exactly what God has spoken to my spirit connects, and that's that agreement. That's that thing that we was just talking about at the very beginning. When we agree with the spirit, and when we agree with what we're hearing, see, we stand there and we go like this to each other while somebody's preaching, and then we turn around and go, girl, that ain't even scripture. That ain't even Bible. You need to be able to say it right, because I'm not going to amen nothing. He said, let the church say amen when you have heard a word from the Lord. If I ain't hear the Lord speaking, I'm just going to look at you. You're going to say, you know what I'm saying? I hear you, but I don't really hear you. I'm not amening it. I'm not putting no stamp on it. I don't care if you're 80 years old. I don't care if you're 30 years old. I don't care if you're 16. I have had one of the best armor bearers that used to get up and preach. Used to get up before I preached. That baby was a kid, and she knew what song to sing. She brought that thing up out of me. She knew exactly what to say and how to say it and what to sing before I preached. That always went with my sermons. I never told her. I just said, I'm speaking at this church, and she would be there, and she would just lay it down. And one of her favorites used to be, I come too far. I come too far for you to leave me, you know, and she knew that would lay me out. If she didn't have nothing else in her belly, she knew that I was in a place where I was ready to walk away and walk back into my old ways. But I was always honest. That's the key we got to remember. Honesty. You have to speak in truth, because when you say you ain't struggling and you got people like you, Miss B, and my daughter and younger kids, and you don't be honest with you've been there, done that, and you might be there right now, and talk to these children and say, it's okay. They think something wrong with them because of what they're doing. They think they doing something wrong when they probably on the best track that we lost track of. Because as older, we've had everybody and their mama come along and try to tell us scripture, right? But they was birthed out of bondage, and that person birthed something out of bondage. And then now as we find out new stuff, I say, let me tell you what you can't tell me. You can't tell me how to love Christ, and you can't tell me it don't love me. He, it, her, him, a woman, a man, whatever it is, has loved me to life.
That's it.
And that's all I'm going to tell you, that I know that for a fact. That's something that experience no one can take away from me. But what you could tell me is, we might not have been the only people on the earth, this and that, and I'm going to study it, but you can't tell me not to love what I know is true. You can't tell me what saved me from me. You can't tell me what's been keeping me through grace and mercy. You can't tell me that. You can only tell me and try to tell me a little bit more history that I probably should have dug up back in the days for myself. But you can't tell me that he don't love me the way I love him, and the love that has resurrected me from where I used to be is not real, because it's real.
Yes.
Oh, it's real.
Yes.
But we have thoroughly, we have just enjoyed you, and our hearts are full. You're definitely going to have to come back. Okay?
Absolutely. That would be my honor.
You definitely are going to have to come back. Listen to all of you beautiful people out there who have, hung in there with us and enjoyed this beautiful treat. Thank you so much. And listen, we want you to share this with somebody. I mean, just take this video and share it with another sister, share it with another friend. Say, hey, girl, you need to listen to this, because that lady was coming down your street, because she sure came down. So we want you to take this and share it out. Ms. B, before we go, tell us about your book. Tell us.
My book, my very first publication, I'm actually working on second and third right now, but the very first publication is entitled Make Up With Yourself. Don't just look beautiful, be beautiful. Just exactly what we were just talking about. And it takes the process. Everybody knows that I'm in the beauty industry and things like that. But what I did was I took the step-by-step process of a flawless makeup application and I applied it to life. Okay. You start with a cleanse, right? Then you do primer. Then you go foundation. Then all of that, you build from there. So I took those entities, I took the importance of those things to get a flawless finish. You can apply those same processes to your life and get a flawless life. But you have to begin with that purge. You got to begin with that cleanse. And it starts with identifying what the problems are. Okay. And then doing the work to get it up out of there. And a lot of the problems that, like I just said before, a lot of the problems that we encounter are not just ours that belong to us, but they are our mamas, our daddies, our grandparents, all of the stuff that was passed down. We have to identify those things, release things that no longer serve you, release things that are not right for you, and then start with a clean slate, and you can build from there. Okay.
Where do you go? Because I'm posting it. Where does everybody go to get your book? Give us the title again.
It's called Make Up With Yourself. Okay.
Okay.
And you can get that on my website at www.biancamzbeelee.com.
Okay. All right. You all heard it. Make Up With Yourself. Go to her website, purchase that book.
Yes.
I know it's awesome, because I just know.
Okay. And it's an easy read. It's a very quick read, very inexpensive. You can hit it, and it's something that all of the people who purchased it before, it's something that they go back to, refer to, because you can always go to if you want to go to the highlight chapter, you can go there. If you need you need to get that highlight in your life or whatever the case, you can go back there, refer back to that. And it's not just for men. I mean, it's not just for women. It's for men alike. I'm just using references that I know, okay, to get the point across and whatever the case. But it's definitely good. I'm also released a course. It's called the 50/50 Makeup Project or Purpose Project. The 50/50 Purpose Project. What it is I get you aligned completely, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, visually, and all of those things, so that your inner person can reflect in your outer, and you can actually get the very best out of life and have a fulfilled, satisfactory life, and it'll match your finances and all of those things. You don't have to look like, or you don't have to put on to be. You can align yourself completely. And it is a spiritual, I start spirit first. It's a 6-week program. Spirit is number one, because in order for, I need to get your spirit in line so that you can grasp and receive all of the other areas. Okay? Because that spirit.
How do people plug into that, Ms. B?
On the website, www.biancamzbeelee.com. Everything is there.
Okay.
Everything is there. And I'm gonna tell you now, there's a warning for that course. The warning is you will not be the same when you finish. That's the warning. So if you come up in there and you've got a mindset that you're going, that I'm gonna tell you now, I'm ruffling, I'm shaking you up. I'm going to make you dive deep. I'm going to make you do your work. You got to do your work, because we have waited. We have lived the way that we've lived, in complacency, in these boxes, in torment, in hell, in burdens, and all of this stuff for too long. We are breaking shackles off of your spirit, your heart, your mind, everything. We are releasing your voice, and we are now, and from here on out, you are going to live the life that you're purpose and meant to do. But some people don't know what their purpose is. We're gonna line you up to that purpose today.
Y'all heard it. It's powerful. That is powerful. Again, thank you so much, Ms. B. You've got to come back and be with us. We have thoroughly enjoyed you on today, and we love your spirit and all that you are doing. And just know that you have sisters here. Okay?
Absolutely. I love it. Thank you all so very much for having me. I'm honored. I am elated. I'm excited. This has been amazing, y'all. This has been amazing. Thank you so very much.
Oh, you are so welcome. Once again, to all of you, our Facebook viewers, thank you so much for being a part of this. You're going to see her again, okay, because we're going to have her again. And again, from the hearts of myself and Coach P, we just want to encourage you and let you know that you can't heal what you're not willing to confront, okay? So that's why you got to be courageous enough to go to somebody and tell them, let's have that conversation. Peace and blessings to all of you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Thank you, Ms. B. Love you to life. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.